Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Today we'll see one of the more dangerous passing offenses. The Bills are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Dolphins, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Here we go now. 3, nice Leopard.
Back to throw. It's caught. Cameron, left side. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They're just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4. And on your screen, the offensive starters, Jarvis Landry, a guy that we profile.
Love his game. Not only is he going to beat you with athleticism, he's going to outwork you as well. And look for him to hurt you also in the kick return game.
And they'll go on the ground. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And we take a look at the Bills' defense.
Marcel Darius, year in and year out, plays at a Pro Bowl level.
An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And it's caught by the tight end, Cameron. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on now is the Miami punter, Matt Darr, to kick this one away. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. And now that'll kick out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted back at their own 30. Oh, man.
Fighting him off. Just ran right through the trash.
And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They go play action here on 1st down. Surveying the field. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. 20, 10, 5, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in. Catch. And then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
And they pick up a 1st down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And Cameron has it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the 1st quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. Landry, the receiver, in motion left. And they'll run it here. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Looking to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And Frank's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The drive begins with a run by Dixon. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Drops it underneath to Dixon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. On first down, they go with Dixon. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Left side here, caught by Clay. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Oh, he's got it going early in this one. That's the Shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs. If they don't take care of this early, look out. This guy's going to have a big, big day.
You know where he got that nickname Shady, by the way?
I know you're going to educate me on it. Help me out.
Mama gave him that name when he was a youngster.
And if Mama named him Shady, we're going to call him Shady.
Absolutely. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 3. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Watkins alone on the left side. Big play here. Third down and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Kenneth Dixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And caught by Cameron right side. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I should think of myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. And he knocks it through. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They go play action here on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking there for Reuben Randall, and that'll bring up second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. So a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic. So anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got time. And he'll slide down to avoid. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Now a handoff for Dixon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a play fake here on first down. Now he's flushed out left. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for his tight end that time, Michael Rivera. That'll bring up second down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Hurry up, here we go. No. Check. Now, look at 56. Look
It's Dixon. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll set up to throw. On the grab, it's Reuben Randall. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Now let's go! Detroit! Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Drops it underneath to Dixon. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So we reach halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They're going to look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think we need to come up with a different name for this position. We keep calling it the fullback position. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback, but we know this. Whoever's coming out of that spot is usually bigger and stronger, and they may not run.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So a fumble on 2nd down. They're able to maintain possession, brings up 3rd. They'll drop the throw. And he's got him. It's the tight end, Cameron. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Shift together here from the D-line. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to lead to a third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk. He's got a man, complete. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Back now in Buffalo. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Second down following the run. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Hits his target, Ruben Randall. A very solid gain of 27.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Here's Dixon. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll escape to his left. Give him 8 on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On third and short, it's Dixon. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bills have broken the tie. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcel Darius in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and now it's 4th down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And Cameron has it over the middle. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back?
You need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well. But they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. This is Dixon, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
Here we go now.
On 1st and goal, Dixon. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guy.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Kenneth Dixon, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. And the lead is up to 14. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Dixon again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll set up a throw. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. You're not able to add another touchdown on. And now the ball game is over. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, Boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.